Guys, Brian back here with another AGIX update. Okay, you can see here the resistance line, the blue line here. We're going to double that up actually so you can see it a little bit better. But you can see the breakout of this resistance. All right, we're going to go over a couple things here in a second here and see if this thing could be heading higher or if it's just going to fizzle out here. So let's move on through this, guys. I want to move, first off, let's move this over to my other list so I can go over to that list because I got my other coins over there I want to show you right now, okay? First off, we have Bitcoin dominance. Okay, Bitcoin dominance on the daily. That RSI has flipped back up, okay? You can see here on the daily chart. Let's move this a little bit smaller down there so you can see that a little bit better. But you can see the daily RSI has turned back up. Kind of expecting an ABC to come in on this thing, all right? Especially with the formation that this is formed. So kind of expecting this to come up to that 50.89 level and then roll over for a C leg. We'll see what happens with it, but that's normally what happens after a big run up here, okay? This doesn't look like no ABC in here. This simply looks like a top, a drop here, a break of support, a retrace back up, and then a roll over. That's exactly what that looks like. Even if you put a Fibonacci on it, you pull it down here, doesn't really come to any areas, and nothing would really line up anyway. Nothing of equal length. Okay, normally your A wave and C wave are of equal length. So if this ends up working out like this, we would have an A leg of that length right there, and if we bring it over to the top of our B wave, that would give us a target right down to this area down here. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that. Let's make sure that that was the 702. Just double check this, make sure I'm getting this out there right. Always want to double check everything. That is the bottom. Yep, that would be our 702. And that would be our target right down in this area down here. So keep an eye on that, all right? I'll be watching for that right up around 50.89%. All right, now if we go down to Bitcoin here, Bitcoin's been doing its own thing here, right? This thing's been going sideways, but it looks like it might have started something here, okay? That daily's right down at the bottom, flipping between bullish and bearish on that RSI. All right, now if we go to the weekly is just starting to roll over bearish, 61 to 62. Now let me show you how close that is. You see the blue and the orange line? We need that blue line to flip back up over to be bullish. So it's that close. I mean, it's been flipping back and forth. The monthly, we still have going up and bullish. All right, the 12-hour still heading up. 8-hour just flipping over here. But what I'm going to get to, I'm going to show you here on the hourly. All right, if we zoom out on this thing on the hourly, you can see a breakout and a retest, okay? That's why we say don't buy big green candles. Wait for a retest of support. All right, so you had the breakout here. All right, and then you had the retest, and this is where the thing should really start bouncing. So we're going to keep an eye on Bitcoin. You can see the volume, the green bars coming in down here right at that support level. So we're going to keep an eye on Bitcoin and see if this thing finally does bounce out of here. All right, I got something I wanted to show you guys real quick here. If you do any futures trading, longing and shorting the market, MEXC, I deal with them. I use that site every single day. I love it, okay? If you go over here to their site, you can use up to 200x leverage. I don't really recommend that unless you're playing around with small amounts of money, 20 bucks, 50 bucks, and a 200x leverage. If you want a 200x leverage trade at 50 bucks, that could turn your 50 into $10,000, which It's nothing to really joke at there. It's pretty crazy. But you can hold your assets in there. You can get up to $1,000 sign-on bonus. There's a link in the description of the video. If you're in the US, you might have to use a VPN. But after that, all you need is an email and a password to use this site. This will be the #1 trading site for sure. These guys are great. They run all kinds of competitions every single month. Hold MX and earn airdrops. They have all kinds of airdrops over there. All kinds of great stuff. I mean, they are really pulling in the customers. You can use it on your cell phone, your laptop, wherever you want. Multi-platform support. So great thing. Go check them out. Link in the description of the video. And let's get back to AGIX here, okay? If we put this on the 4-hour chart, what we just talked about, okay, we had the breakout of support of resistance, this resistance line right here, okay? We had that breakout. We've had a retest. And now the thing is starting to bounce, okay? So this thing should continue up, all right? That's what a normal breakout would do. Now the 4-hour RSI is still heading up. The 8-hour turning up. The 12-hour turning back up. And the daily has just started down at the bottom. And look at this one. How about the weekly? That's beautiful. So AGIX is due for a move. This thing has been way overdue for a move. Okay, it's been ranging around in here and playing around. Looks like we finally got 5 waves down in this thing. If you go through and count them, let me show you real quick here. Let me find what I'm looking for. Look right up here. Apologize. Right there. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 waves down, and we should be reversing from here. Okay, that's been all down pressure since March. Okay, we've been heading down. We've had a total loss of about 70% since March. Okay, so AGIX is due for a run up here. All right, I just want to take a look at something real quick here, see if I see anything. No, everything comes up to the 786. All right, yeah, but that's what I'm expecting. This could be a 1-2 starting in here, you know, a 5 wave up. This could be a 1, 2, and then a 3 start up. Could be. We'll have to let some more bar patterns play out, obviously, and see where this thing goes. But the weekly RSI, that gets me super excited. The monthly, we don't have much of a monthly one. The coin's not old enough. But the weekly has turned up and is bullish. So keep an eye on AGIX, all right? We got that breakout and the retest. You can see it right there. So got a nice green candle started on this thing, up 2.16% right now. So all right, guys, thank you very much. Please hit the like and subscribe, and I'll be back with you soon.